Remember sitting in class the first time listening to Dilla. Everything's good. Rubbing on your chins, sipping Jim Margiela, Branch and Chilla. Everything's good. My manager backpack packed with packs of cigarillas and some fruit snacks and some killers. Phone numbers on speed dial, call them, say monkey gorillas. Everything's good. I ain't really that good at goodbye. I ain't really that bad at leaving. I ain't really always been.
So recently, Chance the Rapper was awarded the BET Humanitarian Award. How do you all feel about Chance the Rapper? Is he a good role model for students and young kids, or?
I would say yes. I love his album, The Coloring Book. So I think when I listen to his album, it really gives me positivity. That's something I listen to have a good day. So I like Chance the Rapper.
I feel like the award was very well deserved because he also puts all of his effort into displaying like his religion and everything. So he's doing his ministry as well as doing his music and making people happy. And he's not just making violent music and just corrupting people's minds and stuff like that. He's preaching to everybody, young and old, making sure that everybody's successful, basically.
Alright, so shout out to FAMU 21. FAMU 21. Alright, so tell us a little bit about the reason why you chose FAMU. I chose FAMU because like my family and everybody looks down on FAMU, so I wanted to be the one to bring it up.
Hi, I'm here with
Akira Williams,
and we're asking some questions about FAMU. So, how do you think FAMU has changed your life?
well, like being accepted to the school, I came here like to be around people who look like me, and I feel like way more at home than I would at a predominantly white college. So.
Okay, I see you rocking the fizz. So.
Yeah, you know I had to represent.
How have you like prepared him to be here?
I mean, he's been seeing his sisters and brothers go off to school, so he's been ready. Like, he came here his 10th grade year to see a football game during homecoming, and he's been hooked ever since.
That's how we get them.
Yeah.
Alright, brother, so why did you choose FAMU?
I chose FAMU because I got friends and people that's already here, and I had came up like to visit them one time and I fell in love with the school, so I was like, this is a school I want to come to too.
So statistics show that 63.6% of all degrees awarded to blacks are awarded to women. So as young women, how do you feel about that, from yourself? And how does that make you feel about women as a whole regarding women empowerment?
I mean, I personally feel like women can do anything they put their eyes to, but I also feel like males can too. I feel like women just push stronger because they're like the caregivers, they're providers. Like, they just feel like that's their role, and whatever they feel like their role is, they're gonna like do it and accomplish it. So I feel like that pushes us just a little bit more to get our degree.
For women, I feel like since women kind of have that, like, we're not the minority, but we're treated as such. When you think about like pay and like equal opportunities, like you don't see women coaching on football fields, you don't see women coaching on a baseball team, but you see male coaches throughout all types of leagues. That's just one of many examples. And so I feel like as women now, they're tired of being pushed to the back burner. So in like FAMU in itself, we have way more women, even now like doing orientation, there's way more women trying to fight to be equal. So I feel like now men are starting to fall off a little bit and act like knuckleheads, and women are starting to come in those roles that men are falling off. So I love it personally.
In college, you're gonna have an overwhelming amount of work. It's gonna cause you to have stress, anxiety. You're gonna feel peer pressure from the people around you. But you have to remember that mental health is the most important thing.
Girl, I have been really stressed out this semester, like seriously.
Me too, but we can go to Sunshine Manor and get free counseling. They offer 12 free sessions throughout the semester.
Oh my God.
With so much violence, how do you all deal with and cope with, I guess, the stresses of everyday life, especially you as an African American man? How do you deal with that?
I mean, I just feel like as an African American person, it's different because when you wake up in the morning and you go outside, you gotta remember, like, you can't just step outside like a regular person. You gotta remember, I am an African American person. So wherever you go, it's always gonna be discrimination, or it's always gonna be someone who thinks they're better than this person or that person because of skin color and all of that. But things change, and that's why we came to FAMU, right? To make a difference, right?
And how do you deal with stress?
I basically just cope with music, like you were saying. I listen to music to calm me down. I try to remember myself. I read the Bible. I pray. stress. I try to keep calm by praying to God. That's how I keep cope stress.
You know, how do you feel about, you know, depression, and, you know, especially with you being us being young black males and all that type of stuff?
Right.
You know, how have you dealt with it? And, you know, how have you inspired others to continue to get through those same types of situations?
I definitely think that it's something that, you know, as a community, within the black community, I definitely think that it's something that our demographic as black males needs to work harder on. You know, I think, you know, as we grow up, as we get older, a lot of people, we kind of get rid of that, oh, it's kind of gay to have be in your feelings, or it's kind of gay to, you know, care about your homies or whatever. Because it's like, if he's gone, then what? Like, give people the flowers while they can still smell them and stuff. As far as, like, what I've done to inspire people, I actually, you know, threw up a video on my channel a couple of months ago about my suicide story. And when I threw it up, I was kind of hesitant about it and everything because I didn't know if it would be received the right way. Yeah. But when I threw it up, a lot of people were contacting me like, yo, I really appreciate you sharing my story. A lot of people tell me like, yo, I'm kind of going through that right now. You know, what did you do to get through, you know, these dark times and everything? So that's something that I did. And I think it's important for people who have voices to use them for people who are scared to use theirs.
And so that's why I write poetry. And so that's when I find, like, I only write when I'm called to the page. I don't do like a signed writing. Yeah. So it's like, that's when I write.
I always do that, bro. I always do that throughout college.
I like to write poetry. I started writing poetry when I was in middle school, and it was like a coping mechanism. Like I used it to like relieve stress, and like, you know, it was like a safe haven. And now like I do spoken word, and like that's like more like a hobby for me. But I still use it as like a way to just like relax and like, you know, get my feelings like and my emotions from here and like put it on paper and like, you know, express myself.
So United States accounted for 30% African American males, and 60% of them are actually incarcerated. So how have you set Mr. Johnson so that he would not be a part of this mistake?
I've tried to keep him around positive role models and being a positive role model myself. Letting him know his value as a black man in our community and within our family.
So I'm with Kayla and Amber, and I have a couple questions for you, or statements, should I say. So how do you feel about the fact that by 2020, mental illnesses, depression is going to be like the second biggest killer? Like, how does that make you feel, especially being an older person?
You want to go?
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like depression is constantly increasing because we don't really talk about our feelings, like just the black community together. We don't really focus on talking about our emotions or what's bothering us or what happened throughout the day. We kind of like sweep it underneath the rug.
I feel as if that social media has a lot to do with depression. I feel like we don't know how to communicate. I feel like people kind of single themselves out because they're stuck behind a computer or cell phone or whatever. So I feel like once they kind of take that away, people can deal with themselves and deal with talking to other people around them.
What's good? What's good?
Last question. What motivates you all?
What motivates me? Well, what motivates me is the fact that I want to make a difference in the world. I want to change the world. So I figure if I come here and I make everything what I want it to be with a positive attitude, even in the bad situations, if I find the good and be an optimist, then I'll be able to overcome everything and be on top at the end. If you set high standards for yourself, even if you fall short, you set a high standard, so you're still going to be in a high place.
You just preached the message. Okay, and what are some things that motivate you?
Changing the world, leaving an impact on it long before I'm gone, like long after I'm gone, and like basically making it where like it's profitable for like future generations to live on.
Okay, so y'all seem like you're ready to get real involved on campus, and FAMU has literally hundreds of clubs and organizations for you guys to get involved in. Do you guys know off the cusp what type of organizations or clubs you want to be a part of?
I want to be in student government because I want to be involved more.
I was a student body vice president.
You know, I just might be the junior student vice body president. So, yes, I want to do orientation leader.
Yes, I was an orientation leader too. See,
I did it all. I did it all.
I did it all, I promise.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I want to do the same thing. Like, I just want to get involved too, just like her. I got a personality like her too. I'm just tired right now.
It's cool, yeah.
What motivates you?
I say my family. Everything I do, I
try to think about my family and try to do better for them. So in the future, I can provide for them like they provide for me.
A lot of people, they think that the photographer, the videographer thing is a trend, and even if it is, I think that, when people get into these creative realms and they're expressing themselves, it's the most important thing that we can do as a black community to have as many voices as possible. We ask for representation on television all the time. It's like we can do that. We have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. You can see that people are, getting that recognition that we need. So I always push people to, start their channels, start a blog post, start doing podcasts, everything that you can do to be as creative as possible. I just encourage people as much. I'm better at the YouTube photo thing, but if somebody needs help with a blog, I point them in that direction and everything. So I definitely say, to anybody who wants to be creative, just do it, like start. And it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, everything's good. Production.
Paper, 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 yeah. Paper, yeah. Chasing this bread. I've been getting that check. Hold on, baby. Don't try to stop success. Hold on. Don't try to stop success. Stop my grind.
Welcome to Everything's Good Roundtable Discussion. I'm Paris and I'm here with
Kevon,
Ava, Kiera. All right, so let's get into the concept and the idea of how Everything's Good came about. Tell us a little bit.
So when Chance won the humanitarian award, he kept on saying that he felt like it wasn't his time and he wasn't deserving. And as a person who's been listening to Chance, since 2012, 2013, I feel like, from his music, community service, how he, expresses his faith, like he's the perfect one to win that award. So when I saw that, I was just like, I was listening to acid rap at the time too, so I was like, wow, it'd be a great way to just let everyone know that everything is good with the black community. So that's how the Chance the Rap idea came about. But what really helped me get to the everything good is when K-Dot, with Kendrick Lamar, the person who we know as the top person in the game, when he was like, nah, Chance, stay prayed up, we got you the young leader. Right. It's kind of like, the top person telling the young person like, nah, bro, you just as worthy as I am. And I feel like that's when hip hop changed. Like when K-Dot told Chance that, it was like, oh man, the old and the new together, because K-Dot is Kendrick is the king, he's the person right now, you feel me? He's that leader, he's the leader, talking about games, expressing himself, and a lot of us, we deal with that same stuff. So seeing that in hip hop from those leaders, I was just like, hip hop is doing its job and how it's leading us, and people just don't see it. Right. They see it as the music is like what's happening, but it's just an expression of what's happening. What's really happening is that's how they're coping, and they're making money and helping their families and helping other people create and cope and get through life. So just let everybody know that everything really is good with us, the black community and what we're about, especially at FAMU. NBA program, doing well, all gonna be successful.
I think there's so much negativity in the world to just show that, okay, the black community, we have our struggles, but at the same time, we do have positive things going on.
Right. So, how do you feel about that? Everything's good.
Well, as millennials, we have a lot going on. It feels like sometimes, like we're the SpongeBob meme, everything's burning around us. Right. And it's like, whoa. But honestly, everything is good. God's good, and life is going to get better. You just have to wait for it to get better and keep pushing until it does.
But I think this concept really helps us understand we're in this together. We got you. It's happening to us every day. Whether it's mental health that people are dealing with, whether it's trying to get healthy, whether it's going through school and becoming stressed, we all deal with these things. So I think it's a really great concept. Everything's good. Right.